Hey everybody, my name is Kelsey, and if you're into yarn and crochet and you want to see me do things with yarn and crochet, then please consider subscribing. I'll be very happy to have you. So come on in and sit down, relax. We've got something that we got to do, and it's going to be a lot. I'm just going to tell you right off the bat, it's going to be a lot. So we are getting a new, we're getting a dining room table. We didn't even have one to begin with. So we're getting a dining room table. I ordered it off the Walmart app earlier today. It will be here in a couple days, and I want to make placemats and coasters for the table. And maybe down the line, like once the holidays hit, I might do a table runner. I never made one of those before. I'm not really a home decor kind of person. As you could tell from my past videos, I primarily make clothes. So this is going to be a nice change from that. So that's what we're doing. We're making placemats, and if I have enough yarn left over, we're doing coasters, like corresponding coasters to the colors of the placemats. So I am going to make 4 placemats, hopefully 4 coasters in this video. That's the goal. And the best part about it is I'm getting this yarn from my yarn stash. I'm not buying any yarn for this. I'm using what I have. So I have 4 colors that I picked out earlier, and then I have a border color that's going to be on all of them. Because the dining room table that I got is black. So I'm going to have the color part in the middle, and then I'm going to take some black yarn and do the same border on all of them, so it's a bit more cohesive. And then if I have any left over, any of the colors left over, I'm going to use that to make coasters and then outline that in black as well. That's the goal. So I have 4 colors here that I'm going to show you them. I'm going to be making the placemats out of, and we're going to hope for the best that I have enough for the coasters. So this one I have Big Twist Favorite Cotton in the color Skylight Blue. And then I have another one in the color Green Olive. Then I have 2 Lily Sugar and Cream in the colors Purple Haze Ombre and Over the Rainbow. Now, as you can tell, these colors do not go together. That's okay. I'm hoping that the black border will kind of draw them in a little bit. And I mean, honestly, if it doesn't, I don't know. I can maybe give away some or just redo them, or I don't know. But these are the colors that I'm picking. I picked these colors because of the type of cotton that it is. I don't make, I typically don't do the clothes I make out of this cotton. I like the Hobby Lobby cotton. So this one is like the scruffier, rougher cotton. And I think this would be perfect for the placemats and the coasters. So the black border, I'm going to make it out of this. I've showed this to you before. This Big Twist cotton in just regular black. There's no fancy name on it. I have a bunch of these left over still. I have 4 of these, and then I have 2 cakes, and that's all I was able to find. I might even have more than that. I don't know. But this is going to be a great project to get rid of yarn, and it'll be something that I'll actually use. So if everything aligns, if the stars align in this video, I will have 4 completed placemats and 4 coasters. So it's not a hard project, it's not a big project, it's just a lot of stuff. So that's what we're going to be doing this week. Now, before I even do anything, of course I have to prep my yarn by winding it in my yarn winder. And so that's step number 1. I did find a tutorial because I'm not going to make up anything. I'm just going to copy a tutorial. The placemats are going to be rectangular because I thought about doing circular ones, but I decided to do rectangular ones, and the coasters will be circular. Yeah. I'm going to do all this with a 5mm hook. Even though the recommended hook sizes aren't the same, like these are 4.5s, these are 5s, and these are 5.5s. So I'm going to just cut it in the middle. I'm going to do them in a 5, and I mean, it should be fine. It's not a big deal. So enough of me yapping. I'm going to go ahead and wind all this stuff up, and we're going to get going. I'm going to see how many I can do today. I want to hit the ground running today, because like, why not? I've been itching to crochet all day. I've not done a stitch today, so yeah. Let me stop talking. Let's go get the stuff ready, and we're gonna get started. Hey y'all, so it's Saturday. Listen, I've been messing up the past couple of days. I sure have. I have not been crocheting. The video that I put up yesterday, I didn't edit that until Friday afternoon. I don't know. But I'm going to try to get back on track today. I have yarn and my hook in my hand. I have the black yarn for the middle section. Technically the middle, and then midway, and then the outer. Then I have my blue yarn right here. I'm ready to go. I got my tutorial pulled up. I'm going to drop in the description in case anybody wants to see it. I'm not going to do the same like color changes they have, but I just need the stitches, and then I'll do my own color changes. But I will drop it in the description for anybody who wants to see it. Yeah, today's gonna be a good day. I'm focused. Mentally, I don't feel like I am, but I'm gonna make sure that it happens. Also, the table got delivered yesterday, so I'm gonna be putting that together, and then I'm gonna try to finish one of these placemats so I could put it on the table and see if the sizing is good. If I'll have space for all four, I don't know. So I'm gonna do that before I weave the ends in case I need to frog and make them a little smaller or whatever. Anyways, so I'm gonna go ahead and get started right now. I'm using my 5mm, and yeah, I'll check in with y'all later when I actually have some progress done, and we're gonna get at least one set done today. It's 9:10 in the morning. There's no excuse. So I'll be back in a little bit. Hey y'all, it's a little bit later. I decided to give y'all an update now before I move over to my bed because it's really overcast today, and so there's not much light over there. But so I'm gonna show you what I've gotten so far, and oh my gosh, I hate when I do that, when I'm trying to catch the yarn and I keep missing like 4 times. Anyway, so this is what I've gotten done so far. I'm going to finish the row that I'm on, and then I'm going to switch to the black for 2 rows, and then back to the blue until I get to the border. This pattern, I like it a lot. It's really simple. You know, they're not doing too much, and I'll be able to finish this today for sure. This and the coaster. I should be done with both. But yeah, this pattern I can do 4 times. It's really chill. So the only thing I'm concerned with is just how big it's going to come out, because like I have a plate right here, and well, I don't know. No, yeah, I think it'll be fine. I mean, those plates are pretty big, but I think this placemat will be bigger than the plate. And if not, I'll just add a couple rows before I do the border and call it a day. But yeah, I really like this pattern. It's mostly like there are some granny stitches, and they have some V stitches in here, and the groups of 2 back to the granny stitch. So it's really simple. But yeah, that's really all I wanted to say, to be honest. I'm just kind of locked in. I'm a little bit focused, and I'm really excited about that because I really need to get it together. I should just unravel this whole thing because I think this is really slowing me down. So I'm just unravel this whole thing. Anyway, so I'll be back again when I'm done, or just about to be done, which shouldn't take very long. If I don't get distracted, probably like another half hour, maybe. All right, see y'all in a bit. Here's another update. I've done quite a bit since I last filled y'all in. I think I was maybe like right here. So yeah, this is coming out really nice. This is definitely going to be bigger than the plate that I was using earlier to kind of measure. I'm not done yet. I think I have maybe 2 more rows maybe until we get to the border. I didn't use a whole lot of the black yarn, but we're really getting through it. I'm still not concerned though, like this is still pretty thick. So I know that I'll have enough to finish this, and I'll probably have quite a bit left over actually, because I'm doing the border in black. So I think I have like another 2 rows in this, and then I'll be done. So yeah, I don't know, like those cakes were deceptively big. Like when I showed them at the beginning of the video, I was like, oh, that's not gonna be a whole lot of yarn, until you wind it like this, and there's a ton of yarn. So I'll definitely have quite a bit left over once I'm done with this and then the coaster. But I mean, that's fine. Whatever. At least I know I can use this for something else. But yeah, so this is where I'm at right now. I really do like it. I'm not even gonna lie. It feels nice. That's why I picked this yarn specifically, because even though it's not fun to crochet with, when you feel it, it feels sturdy and it just feels nice. Yeah, this hook, I'm still getting used to it. It's not my favorite though, but I think the reason why I was having so much trouble was because this doesn't have like a finger rest. So I ended up switching back to my Susan Bates, because of course I did, and see how it has the little rest. You know, like most hooks have that, you know. So this one doesn't, so I'm just trying to kind of get used to how it is in my hand. But I mean, I crocheted almost all of that with this, but yeah, I needed a break. So back to Susan Bates we go. So I'm thinking probably in the next, I don't know. I haven't gotten to the border. I don't know how involved it is. But at least I know I'll finish this today. I've gotten this far. So I will show y'all the finished project. That should be there pretty soon. Another update. So here is the main crochet rows. After this in the tutorial, there's like a slip stitch kind of, not like in every stitch, but I don't know what it's called. Like you chain a couple, you skip a couple, you slip stitch in between the granny clusters. And then after that is like a scallop row. And then after that is another like another detailing row. But here's the thing. So these are the plates that I have at my house. That's massive. This is huge. So no, I'm not doing all that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna frog some of this off. I'm thinking, I'm probably gonna put this back, because I do want it bigger than my plate. But this is crazy. So I'm probably gonna take off maybe 3, these last 3 granny rows. So take off here. So because I still want the placement to be bigger than the plate, but it don't need to be that big. So I'm actually gonna frog this off, and then I'll do the black slip stitch row, and then I'm just gonna call it there. Because if I add, well, I don't know, do I want to do the scallop row? I kind of do. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of do. So, because I don't want to frog it down to here. I think that's too much. But see, here's the thing. I'm gonna need at least 1 granny stitch row for the chains to make sense. But I don't know. I mean, if I frog it down to this, I mean, it is a little bit bigger, okay. And then I can do the slip stitch row and then the scallop row. Okay. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna frog these 3 rows. Well, actually, I'm gonna frog this one too, and then make this into a granny stitch row. Or I don't know. I feel like that's what I need to do here, because if I frog it here, well, I don't know. Because if I do, and then I do the scallop row, so it'll probably come out to here anyway. Because if I frog it here, and I make this another granny stitch row, then the scallop edge will come out to right here, which is still too big. So yeah, so I'm gonna frog it down to this, do the slip stitch row, then the scallop row, and it should bring it right about here. And I think that's a reasonable size bigger than the plate, because the plate, it probably covers up like the black. All the blue is, maybe after this first row of blue, is extra. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. So the game plan is to frog these 4 rows till I get to this granny stitch row. Then I'm gonna attach the black again, even though I just did it here, but whatever. I'm gonna attach the black here, do the slip stitch row and the chains, and then I'll do the scallop row, and then that's gonna be it. Yeah, that's fine. It's not a life decision, you guys. It's a placemat, so that's what I'm gonna do. And that's good, because then it won't take me so long to do the other ones. So that's a plus. Okay, so that's the plan. It just, golly, I did these 4 rows for no reason. Not that I knew it was gonna be for no reason when I was doing it, but Anyway, so let me do that, and then I'm still trying to think about this plan in my head and seeing if it's a good one. But yeah, I feel pretty okay with that. All right, let's frog it. Okay, so here's after frogging. This is where I'm at. So then I have the slip stitch row and then the scallop row. But I'm really thinking I can add another row of granny stitch, then the slip stitch row, because this is going to be flat, then a scallop row. That's what I'm thinking. But maybe not, because the scallop row is going to, it's double crochets. So, yeah, you know what? Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to just do the slip stitch row and then the scallop row and call it a day. Yeah. Because it's going to look nice regardless, whether or not there's another row or not. So, yeah, that's what I'll do. So, here's all of the yarn that I frogged off of this. And I started to roll it into its own little ball. So I'm going to use this to make the coaster. So I could actually throw, where's my big skein? Oh, it's underneath it. So I can really just throw that back in the closet and just use it for something else. But yeah, so I'm going to do that real quick. And then after that, we'll be done with our very first placemat. So this is it. I'm done. So I did, once I frogged it down to this, I think I ended up frogging it down more than what I originally talked about. So I frogged it down here, then I did the slip stitch row where I chain 3 and then slip stitch in between each of these clusters. Then on top of that, I don't know why I'm so far away. Then after that, then on top of one, I did 8 double crochets, and then in the next space, single crochet. All these are on top of this one. On top of this one is single crochet, so it creates the scallop edge. So yeah, this is it. For a size reference, here's my plate. I like that. I like it a lot. It's not too close, but it's not too far from the edges of the plate. So I think this is the size I'm going to go with, which like I said before will be really great because it cuts out, it's going to cut out a lot of extra rows I don't have to do anymore. So I'm pretty excited for that. So I'm going to cut my yarn off and I'm going to just weave in my ends at the end. I don't mind weaving in ends, honestly, but I want to do them all at the same time. So, yep, placemat number 1 is complete. Trusty sparkling water. So, I'll probably end up just doing the middle, then this row, and then the edge. That shouldn't take me very long. But I'm going to take a break though, because I did this pretty much straight through. So I'm going to take a break, make this matching coaster, and the blue one will be done. Right, I made the little coaster. I modified it a little bit from the pattern, but I got it done. So now they match. I'm very excited for this. It came out really nice. When I block it, it's going to look even better. But the blue ones are done. So this is the color I'm doing next, olive green. I'm really excited for this because I know that it's not going to take nearly as long as the blue one did, because the blue one's a lot of trial and error. But now that I know what I'm doing, I can really whip this out. So I'm excited. All right, but I'm not going to do it now. I'm taking a break. But later on today, I'm going to go ahead and break this out, and we're going to do it in green. Hey everybody, so today is Tuesday. I almost said Wednesday, but it's Tuesday. So the last time I talked to y'all, I showed y'all, this is the first one that I made with the matching coaster. Then I did this one. I have not done the coaster yet, but I did do a third placemat though. So, this is really pretty. But I have not done the coaster for this one either. So I have to do the coasters for these two, and then the placemat and the coaster for this last one. This is a really pretty color, and I don't remember the name of it. I know I said it earlier in the video, so whatever that was, I threw the tag away, so I don't remember. But and I also had to grab another one of these so I can wind it. I'm almost out. Oh wait, no. I just saw this just now. It's underneath my tape measure. I have this, so I'm gonna use this first. It's not gonna be enough, but no, not when I factor in the coasters. Yeah, it's not gonna be enough, but that's fine. So I'll end up winding this anyway. But I'm really glad that I'm using a lot of this cotton yarn for stuff that I actually need. But the issue is it's not using enough. So even though I did use a good amount of all these colors, I still have a lot of yarn from those skeins left. So I'm going to try to think of something else I can make, but it's not going to be in this video because I don't have any ideas. But yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and do this last one. It doesn't take very long to do, which is great. If I buckle down, I can get this placemat and the other 3 coasters done. Will that happen? I don't know, but I'm gonna try my hardest. Hey y'all, so today is Thursday. Yeah, man, my schedule got all the way messed up yesterday. I was actually supposed to be done with the coasters yesterday and the placemat yesterday. But I bought a car yesterday. So as you can imagine, my whole schedule got all kinds of messed up. Ever since I moved, I wasn't able to take my car from where I moved from here because it wasn't going to make the drive. So I was basically carless for the most part since I've been here. And so I was able to get a car yesterday. Super excited. So that's why I wasn't able to do all that I needed to do. But today it has to get done because I need to edit this video for it to go up tomorrow. So that's what we're doing today. I'm gonna grab my yarn. I'm about to whip out this last placemat, do these 3 coasters, and then we're gonna put them on the table and try to like rearrange them to make sure they all fit. They should though. And that's gonna be it. So let me go ahead and grab my stuff. I gotta get to it because even though this will not take very long, editing might. I don't know. So let's grab my stuff and we're gonna get started. Okay, here's a little update. So I have these 3 coasters done. I finished my last placemat. I'm on my last coaster, which is going to be this green. These coasters actually work up really fast. So this one should be done probably not even 20 minutes, which is great. I'm on my last one. I'm so excited, let me tell y'all, because honestly, you know what? I'm going to save it for the end. Let me do this last one, and then I'm going to do a roundup of all the placemats and the coasters so I can show what they all look like. And we'll do some final thoughts, and that's going to be it. Oh, look at these. Yeah, I'll be right back. Oh y'all, so it's still Thursday. I just changed my clothes, but I want to show y'all all the placemats and all the coasters that I got done, which I'm very surprised I got done. All of them, I honestly didn't think I was going to, but I whipped it out. So this is what I got. So the first one is this blue one. I like this one a lot, with this matching coaster. Then this green one with, of course, its matching coaster. Love that. Then I got this purple one with the matching coaster. And then this last one, this multicolored one with the coaster. So like I said before, I'm going to drop the link to these placemats in the description. Just a word of caution, the yarn that the person uses in the video is not worsted. It's smaller than that. So if you do decide to use worsted like I did, you're going to have to cut some rows out unless you want your placemat to be massive, because it really did come out big and I had to cut out some rows and move some stuff around to make it fit the plates that I have. For the coasters, like I said before, this is like a variation of the placemat pattern, but there's no pattern for this. I just once again moved some rows around to make it the size I need it to be. But but yeah, that's it. I have a ton of ends to weave in. I'm not going to do it now, honestly. I'm really bad about weaving in ends. I don't hate doing it. It's just by the time I get to that point, especially because I tend to do like bigger projects or a lot of one thing, like in this video, by the time I get to the end, I don't want to look at it anymore, and then eventually I'll weave them in. So I'll get there, but it's not gonna be now. But I'm so happy I got those done. Woo. I'm also happy that this is the end of the video. I don't have to do it anymore. And that's where we are. We're at the end of the video. Thank y'all for joining me this week. Thank y'all so much. I'm very appreciative of anybody who watches my videos. Thank y'all so much. Feel free to subscribe if you're interested in more content like this. I'm here every Friday with more crochet shenanigans and tomfoolery. You can count on it. So until the next time I see y'all, be safe out here. Be nice to yourselves. Crochet something, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye.